want to see this mess. Now the thing is, she went out, she poured the hot water on it, I left it a few minutes, I went out, I had a cup of tea, I thought it's a waste of electrical. So I took my cup of tea out there and I'm sat there, and then I just saw one come back from wherever it had been. One ant. He looked devastated. Because that had been away, belief or whatever. Came back, devastation. And it's that's the thing. It summed up death for me. That the ants that are dead, they didn't know anything. Suddenly they were there. Next minute, load of water, dead. It's the people who are still living in life that are the saddest, aren't they? After death, and that summed it up.
What do you think?
That ant would have been better off being there when it happened.
How could you tell the ant was?
What do you think? So you saw him.
I mean, they run around in circles anyway, don't they? But this was just kind of going, what's going on?
And what did it slow down when it got nearer the nest? Did it drop the leaf and then you see it run the last few inches?
It just kind of got close, and it was like a double take almost. Almost like it got near the hole, and then it was like, hang on a minute, this can't be it because no one's around. And then it walked on, and it went, no, it is the hole. And it went back, and it just sort of stopped for a minute.
Ah.
And that for me, that's the sort of thoughts Descartes should have been having.
What?
Things that you can look at as a human and appreciate it and understand it and go, yeah, that's true, that is like life. Oh, am I awake? Am I asleep or what? No. Well, you might as well be asleep because you're doing nothing else.
Oh, God! Oh, Descartes! Winehouse, Alan. Slammed. What do you do towards enjoying your life?
I don't normally enjoy the thing when I'm doing it. It's after. It's like that holiday. When I was on holiday.
What do you mean? You don't enjoy the thing when you're doing it, it's after? What's an example of not enjoying the thing at the moment, but you do after?
You didn't enjoy the holiday?
Say like the holiday. I've just
so
been
you enjoyed
away.
coming off holiday? What?
I want to hear it. You enjoyed the holiday. You didn't enjoy the holiday.
When I'm there, I had fleas biting me.
Yeah.
I had mosquitoes biting me.
Yeah.
There was a funny smell of damp in the bathroom. I was worrying, getting in the sea, thinking, is there stonefish in it? Right? Now, you've got all that going on.
Yeah.
When you get back, you forget about the damp smell. You forget about the fleas because the bites have gone. They're not as much of a problem.
Yeah.
So then your brain starts going, well, hang on, what did I enjoy? And you go, I enjoyed the dorada fish I had that I've never eaten.
Yeah.
That's an experience. At the time, I wasn't enjoying it because I'm thinking, when I get back, I'm going to have fleas on me. For all the good stuff. It's like an old person when they're dying and they go, I'm having flashbacks. They don't say, I'm remembering the time my shoes were too tight.
What do they say?
They're having they're going, oh, I loved the time with that.
I was wearing flip-flops.
No, they enjoy, they have flashbacks
Like
of the
what,
nice holidays.
What do you think you'll
the holidays and that, you'll go, oh, the lovely hot summer of 79.
So you don't enjoy anything you enjoy while you're doing it?
At the moment in time, it's
I
always
don't understand
afterwards.
that. I mean, that is the oddest thing I've ever heard about.
I think there's actually a medical term for it. There's someone who's unable to enjoy, to receive pleasure, to take pleasure.
It's really weird, that is really weird.
No, because you're busy doing the thing. So you haven't got time to enjoy it.
So you can't enjoy something you're busy doing because you're busy doing it. You can't possibly enjoy it.
Or you don't know if you're going to enjoy it because it hasn't finished yet.
Well, Carl, but listen, I know from the moment...
say this.
Listen,
bungee jumping. I'd love to be able to do it. I bet you get a brilliant feeling as you're falling.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be enjoying it because I'd be going, is the thing...
Well, there is something about that. Extreme sports, there is a reason why you're doing it. It is the after effect you enjoy because it's the fear and then the endorphins that rush to you and you go, my God, I survived, isn't it brilliant? That's a feeling of euphoria. So that's...
you're having a nice dinner.
Right, okay.
Now, when I get a menu given to me in a restaurant, I go, right, what am I going to do here?
Yeah.
Right, well, when I came here, I thought I'd have some lamb chops. They've got lamb chops, great. Wonder how much to give you, because I quite fancy this pudding they've got. Right. Now, I have the lamb chops, it comes with extra veg. I eat it, I enjoy it. The pudding I wanted, it's gone out the window, I've got no room for it now.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed the lamb chops.
You enjoyed the lamb chops, you can only get packed so much. If you're enjoying all your life all the time, there's no point in regretting anything.
That's just greed.
No, but I was looking forward to the pudding.
Well, you shouldn't have eaten all the veg.
Yeah, but I was enjoying it at that point.
But then you take the pleasure that you had at that point.
No, because I wanted a pudding.
Yeah, but
you didn't want a pudding, or you've had a pudding.
No, because I would have had it for the sake of having it.
So I don't know what the whinge is there. You had a lovely meal, you had some lovely lamb chops, you enjoyed the hour.
Because when I read that they had like profiteroles on there, I thought I fancy a couple of them.
Yeah,
and the chance has gone. I'm probably not coming back to this restaurant now.
Yeah, but you haven't missed a chance. You had the chance, you didn't want to take it because you were full up with lovely lamb.
It's not like you didn't enjoy the lamb and the veg. If you'd not enjoyed that, I can understand your point. But you had a lovely time eating the lamb and the veg.
If the bloke came here and said, you can have the buffet rolls if you eat this lamb you don't like, you go, oh, and you ate the lamb, you didn't like it, but now you're full, then you could whinge. You wish I hadn't been forced to eat the lamb, I could have the buffet rolls. That's, you know...
I had a spicy sausage in the cabin.
Right.
Now, the problem was, I was enjoying it, but I thought, this is the spiciest sausage I've ever eaten.
Right.
Now, I could only enjoy that the next day night when I knew that it's gone through my body, there hasn't been a problem. So I'd go, that was a nice sausage, I'd have one of them again.
Right.
That was a nice sausage.
But then the next time, surely you'd be enjoying it the next night because you'd lived through it, and now you're just enjoying the lovely spiciness and the sausaginess of the spicy sausage.
Yeah, but the problem is, once you've enjoyed something, it's very difficult to replace what you got from that spicy sausage the first time.
Then why are you looking forward to having another one?
Because let me tell you,
Go on.
Auntie Nora,
Yeah.
she's guilty of this all the time.
She loves a spicy sausage.
Well, she you know, I've told you she prepares all her food, right? She's got them all in bags in a freezer, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
She's got it all there. Now, what she normally does, she makes a big pot of curry.
Right.
She goes, what I'll do, I'll pop that in the Monday bag and I'll pop it in the Thursday bag. It's the same curry. Now, she has it on the Monday.
Yeah.
She loves it. She thinks I got the mix just right there. The spices are good. The chicken was tasty.
I'm looking forward to Thursday.
I'm looking forward to Thursday. I can't wait for Thursday.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll call her up on the Thursday evening. I'll go, how was the curry that you had on Monday that you said you were having again on Thursday that you enjoyed? Didn't enjoy it. Why is that? Don't know. Just want the same. Now, the weird thing there is it is the same. Auntie Nora, that is the same pot. But she was expecting too much. And that's the problem. If I had that spicy sausage again, it's never going to live up to it. So forget the spicy sausage. I've had it. I've experienced it.
So you never
someone
know
says, well, it depends.
So do you have anything twice, ever?
Maybe not.
But this is insane, Carl, because aside from you and your Auntie Norma and presumably all the other Pilkington clan, or all as weird as one another, why you phone her up and ask her what she's having for tea? I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing.
And
that shows
not
you
only what is happening on Monday, but what you're going to do on Thursday as well. I'll make a note of it in the Auntie Norma food diary.
That's proof that you really aren't enjoying your life now.
Exactly.
To go, right, oh, fucking hell.
What else do you say
But
to
then
other
he's
people?
phoning her up again late on the Friday to find out how the Thursday curry went down.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
That's two calls that week.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's just
Just
good
read
to...
her journal.
No, it makes her happy, doesn't it, getting a call? She's got nothing else.
Yeah,
What
but
else
the curry
she's gonna
doesn't.
tell
The
me?
curry don't make her happy.
No, she did the first
They
time.
loved it on Monday. We should like it on Thursday.
Now, the question is it better to enjoy something once and not again than not at all?
But you're an
What do you
idiot
mean?
because
No,
you're the
that's
only
not the
person who
choice.
experiences this.
That's not the choice. That's not the choice for normal people. You can only enjoy it once. You can enjoy things loads of times.
No, you can't.
That's what a hobby is. A hobby is enjoying things over and over again.
I haven't got a hobby, have I? That's why. I've had loads of hobbies in the past. I did the dancing. I did the boxing. I did... what else have I done?
That is it. I think that's what.
But that's what I'm saying now. I soon get bored. And it's like how you enjoy... You know, I love munchies.
Yeah.
But I always enjoy the last one more than...
Well, that doesn't make sense. That goes totally counter to your argument.
No, because it's from one packet.
What?
It's from one packet.
What difference does that make? The
So
first
you-
one's surely
so-
your favourite.
No,
So hold
it's
on.
not.
So if you do have one munchie, I'll go as a munchie, mate. You
No.
go, I'm not going to take one unless I can have all of them, particularly the last one.
But what
Well,
is?
no, I'd like to have them all, please.
What? No, you can't have them all. Don't be so greedy. Have one munchie. Have the first munchie. There
But
you
I'm
go.
going to have one, and then I'm going to get a taste for them, and I'll probably want another.
Well, no, they're my munchies, though, aren't they?
I'll
Do you
keep them then, forget it.
Well, look, so you'd rather have no munchies than one munchie?
I'll go and buy a packet. I'd prefer to go, do you know...
Do you enjoy the
Okay, no,
why
wait.
do you enjoy the last munchie more than the first? Whereas
you know
you
that's the
enjoy the
last
first
one.
curry, but not the
But
second
you know it's
curry.
the last one.
Because I'm eating them all in one sitting. I'm not going, that's for Monday, that's for Tuesday, that's for Wednesday. I'm
Right.
talking about a packet of munchies.
Right.
I eat them. There's probably about 12 in a packet.
Okay.
I shove the first 4 in without even thinking what I'm eating.
Really bastard.
You shoved the first 4 in.
Without even
Right.
thinking about what I'm
Right.
eating.
Now, then when you're getting towards the end, you make them last more. You might bite the top off them. You look what's inside them. You go, I'm liking this.
But
You know
hold
that
on,
last
what,
one?
every time?
What, every time you buy a packet of munchies? and
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
So, hold on, though. You must enjoy a packet of munchies regularly, then?
Not as often as you think. They have
I
an
don't
offer on
know.
them.
Well,
No
it's not
opinion.
as I think. I don't know. So tell me how often you enjoy a packet of munchies.
Normally after sort of maybe once a month.
So, every month, you look forward to a lovely packet of munchies. And the same experience.
Yeah,
You
but
like
at
the
the
first
end,
one.
I like the last one.
The only thing you know you enjoy, look forward to enjoy, and it fulfills all those expectations is a fucking packet of munchies once a month. What do you think happiness is?
Again, you only know the happiness because of the badness. You've got to have a yin and a yang.
Well, I know what you mean there. I agree with you on this, because it's sort of no good to be handed it on a plate. I mean, just from my own experience, working for someone does feel better, because you've got a pride and a satisfaction. I genuinely think it's better to start a business, struggle, go bust, come back, than win the lottery.
Yeah,
I genuinely believe that, and the older I get, the more sure I am of that. That working hard is itself the reward, and I genuinely believe that. But where does it end? It's no point having the struggle till you die and never get any happiness. So what's your balance? We don't have to go into philosophical terms here. What's your balance? What's your yin and yang of a good life? One that you've enjoyed or been satisfied with, and one that you have no regrets or guilt or shame and a bit of pride.
What are you asking me? I've got a bit of all that.
Right.
But you need the mixture, don't you? So you find out what your favourite thing is. It's like a bag of Revels.
Yeah, but you can't cherish guilt or shame.
Did you just say life is like a bag of Revels? Isn't that dangerously close to life's like a box of chocolates?
In Forrest Gump over there, yeah. Jesus.
No, but it is, isn't it? There's one or two in there that I don't like.
Like what?
The raisin. No. With chocolate.
Yeah, no.
Now, what I'm saying
metaphorically,
is,
what's the... Like,
yeah, well, I'm
actually
using,
named what Revel he doesn't like.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, because it works in life.
Go on, then.
But the Revel
like
is
raisins?
there.
Go on.
Well, maybe, if you have enough raisin ones,
yeah,
you eventually go, do you know what? They're not that bad.
What?
And that's the thing in life.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. So what are you saying? Where's this metaphor? Are you saying suddenly all the bad things in life are pretty good, actually, if you just get used to them?
Sometimes out of bad comes some good.
Go on.
The Revel thing.
What happened to the munch here?
Well, again, with life, if you have too much munchies, you get sick of the munchies. So move on, mix it up. What mixes it up? Bag of Rebels. You've got a bit of everything in there.
Right.
Even the ones you don't like, you might like in the end. You'll go, do you know what? I was wrong.
Lose the analogy now. Actually, just talking about Rebels now in life. What about what has he enjoyed before?
What would you have written to Jim will fix it to fix for you? What would have given you pleasure as a kid? Dear Jim, can you fix it for me to do what?
When I watched Jim will fix it as a kid, they never really lived up to what the kid wanted, did they?
But what would you have requested?
But I don't think I would, because I think I saw how disappointed most of the kids were.
God, it's
a kid like whistling, they brought out Roger Whittaker.
Yes, because they look at it, they go, can you fix it for me to go into space? No. Can I dance with Bananarama? No.
Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't write in, because whatever you ask for, you're always going to get a watered-down version.
But if Jim could fix it for you to do anything, what would you have chosen?
There's not many things I wanted as a kid.
One thing. Just one thing. To choose one thing, please.
That my name was Brett.
Oh, fucking hell! It's not unbelievable!
I mean, it's extraordinary.
There was no predicting that.
Okay, you know what? I can make that dream come true for you right now, Brett.
We can just call you Brett from now on.
Not a problem, Brett.
Brett Pilkington.
It sounds good.
I love the fact that it's the Carl bit he wants to replace, not the fucking Pilkington.
No, but that doesn't work either, because like then
Why not, Brett?
Because I told my mum and dad that that's what I wanted. They started calling me that, but then I forgot that.
They went along with it?
Yeah.
So you said, Mum, Dad, call me Brett from now on. And they went, all right.
Yeah, but then I kept forgetting that I was Brett, so I wasn't answering, so they went back to Carl.
It's amazing!
So you've had that dream come true?
Yeah, and it wasn't that good. And that's what I'm saying to you. Things never live up to what you want. Dreams, what are they?
Taking one of the big themes of philosophy further, why are we here? What's the point of life? What is it to be human? The ethical upshots of some of the technological and medical breakthroughs pose, more of their own questions. Cloning, is that a person in its own right? Well, of course it is. What about if you grow that for harvesting without the brain?
So growing kind of vital organs, presumably in a laboratory.
What about that? Stem cell research. Is that,
I mean, there's weird things happening all the time with all this transplant stuff. Read about one who, a way of sort of, you're saying, it's just a bit of meat.
What I meant, organs can't have rights and feelings.
No, but listen to this.
Go on.
So
it's going to be bullshit.
No.
No. The sensors went up.
Would you like a small wager?
Beep, beep, beep. The sensors went up when he said, "Right, listen to this."
Okay, right. I'm going to bet you £5, Rick, that this is not bullshit. Don't let me down, Carl.
Okay, I'm going to bet you they found out it was the heart of a chimp and the bloke's selling like bananas.
Okay.
And the doctor bought it half price at a market.
I've got faith in Carl. I don't think he's going to let me down here. Not when we're talking about philosophy. He's going to have done some careful research.
Okay.
Let's take a wager. £5 is coming my way.
So, what happened is, do you know, like, people do donor cards?
Mm-hmm.
Someone filled one out saying, if I die, you can have my kidney. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, he died. He said, get the kidney out. They got the kidney out of him. Someone who needed a new kidney, they were like, over the moon, there's a new kidney on the way. But this person who didn't had a couple of things.
What?
He wasn't very good at driving.
Yeah.
And he couldn't stand yellow biscuits.
Right.
Couldn't stand yellow biscuits.
Okay. He just didn't like them. There was something, he didn't know why, he's just never liked them. Anyway, they pop it in. He's having his tests done, he's in hospital for a couple of days. Goes home, goes, could do with a yellow biscuit.
What the fuck's a yellow biscuit?
Just a...
Banana Baldies. What are you talking about?
Just a yellow biscuit.
Who decides? I like all biscuits except yellow ones. Where is this
I'm just telling you what happened.
Right.
And
well, I don't know why. I don't know what the colour of the biscuit's necessarily got to do with it.
It's like a phobia. It's an odd phobia.
Oh, so he fears the combination of yellowness and biscuitiness.
Right. So a bloke.
He doesn't mind biscuits. I don't mind yellow. Don't ever put them together. That's my worst nightmare.
So, right, I'm confused as to who's got what, whose kidney. There's a bloke's received a new kidney.
He's not very good at driving, he hates custard creams.
Right, but now, suddenly, after the hospital after the operation, I really fancy yellow biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, does he go out for a drive at any point?
He went driving.
Right, because it's going to be terrible.
He loves driving
all over the road.
What? He loved driving.
He liked driving all of a sudden.
What? But he hated it.
I know, but this is what's weird.
It's bollocks. The kidney is a filter system.
But if you have something for long
it's
enough...
like getting a new tea strainer and suddenly liking yellow biscuits and driving.
No.
The kidney has no impact on anything.
No. It's like how if you knock about with someone, you pick up their little things that they do. Suzanne kept saying to me, that's a nonsense. I said, stop saying that. You've suddenly picked that up from someone. I said, you've never said that before. And you've done it 3 times in about 2 days. And it's the same thing. It's
Jesus
the same thing.
Christ. Living with Carl. He doesn't like me saying nonsense. I don't know why.
But let's be honest, if you're going to live with Carl, you're going to use the phrase, that's nonsense.
You're going to start coming up with more and more bollocks, nonsense, rubbish, shit. Round-headed fool, you've picked that up from someone, stuck your last 3 minutes.
Head like a fucking orange.
Stupid fucking bald cunt. Where'd you get that from, Suzanne?
You've said it 3 times just during breakfast.
Fucking hell, dim-witted half... Steve, £5.
Yep.
A big question, particularly in the area of philosophy of the mind, is what is intelligence?
It's just... It's what you know, isn't it?
Well, that's knowledge, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's a form of knowledge, intelligence.
No, I don't think it is.
Why not?
Because intelligence, really, is everything from the ability to retain knowledge, to understand it, to apply. It's probably a little bit like the difference between how fast the computer is and how good the program on that computer is.
It's no good. I'd say I've got a brain that works stuff out. But sometimes, if I tell it too much, it can't remember all of it. Now, if I had a brain that had loads of memory space, tell me as much as you want.
Well, that's important. That's
and
important
you keep
to
it.
But some people say that's what intelligence is, isn't it? Memory. It's no good saying he's brilliant. He learns 10,000 facts a day. Really? Yeah, he forgets them the next day.
Yeah. Well, that's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but what good is that? Trivia is nothing. It
No,
doesn't
it's
show
good.
intelligent.
It's
It doesn't.
good for chat. It's good for chat, innit? When you're out and about, if you meet a stranger, it's good to drop something in, like, you know.
Go on.
What would you drop in?
To show you're intelligent.
Well, just to meet you've just met me at the bus stop. You think here's a nice fella.
Steve's at the bus stop. There he is. He's there. He's got his little duffel coat on, his little scarf, his file. He's got his little glasses. They're a little bit muddied up where some ruffians are like thrown mud at him, and I've seen this, and he's run to the bus stop to go home to his mum.
That's not
okay,
true at all.
so at the bus stop there he is. You come along, you go, oh, who's this nerd who shut himself?
That
right?
would never happen.
It would never happen. And
I'd have fought though. I'd have had a fight with him.
Yeah, and you go, okay, he's obviously intellectual. Look at him, and he's gone, and he's looked at you, and he's gone, Jesus Christ, you look thick. Prove him wrong.
No, what I'd do...
Go on.
There's no point just having one fact.
Right.
I'd wait for him to start a topic, and I'd show my intelligence by having a fact on the topic he's brought up.
Okay.
Because we can all have one topic
Yeah.
that you go, I'll show this off. And then, you know, someone goes, has he been talking to you about the peanut fact again? And you go, he's obviously telling everyone. Then it's just a boring answer.
Okay, so I might just say to you, you know, what are your views on mathematics?
I'd just say the thing with numbers is there's loads of them.
I remember I told you an interesting fact, once again, to try and explain infinity to you, and I told you this. There are as many even numbers as even and odd numbers put together.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think I've said before that I don't think things like that are impressive because numbers are man-made anyway.
Right.
If you were talking about, like, when you mentioned about there's more insects we don't know about than what we do, then you're going, where are they? Where are they hiding? It leaves a question. The fact that there's loads of numbers, it's like, yeah, but at the same time, you could rule numbers out of your life if you wanted to.
Really?
You could live a life.
Do you really think that?
Difficult.
Yeah, you could. There's tribes. There's tribes in the Amazon.
Yeah, but they're not
They
getting
only
their
count
food from Sainsbury's, are
No,
they?
They count to 3. They don't need any more numbers than 3. And they just have 3 because they go, 1, they know what 1 is. They go, pass us one of them. And you have one of them.
What do you mean?
Anything
What
over,
do you mean?
anything
What
over
do they
3,
say?
they just say, well, you're being greedy. So they don't need it.
But what if they've got 5 children?
How many kids you've got when you're living in a place like that, it doesn't matter. It's not about you just... It doesn't matter.
Right, where is this tribe that only counts to 3?
It's somewhere like the Amazon or something.
Really?
And there's no more numbers than 3. They don't need it. Anything more than 3, they just say, I'll have more.
Right.
Or give us another 3. But
Give
they
us
don't
another
need
3?
To, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Or another 1 or another 2.
But what if they need 200? That's complicated, isn't it?
Well, you just keep going, give us 3. And then just keep
That seems
asking
a
for
slow
3.
way of doing it.
They've got nothing else to do. They're living in the Amazon.
All right, I'm at the bus stop.
Oh, here's your bust.
So far, you've told me nothing about maths whatsoever.
So you're concluding that he is dim?
Fucking idiot.
When I was on holiday recently,
Yeah.
I got talking to an old fella because where I went, it's mainly for old people. I got chatting with him. You could tell he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
He sort of tanned. He had that sort of rouge-coloured sort of jean. Always sort
Telltale
of.
sign.
It's kind of like he's got money.
Yeah.
And
The red jeans are twice as much, sir. It's okay, I've got money.
yeah, it's either that colour or yellow. But you can carry it off when you're an old man, and especially with the tan, you think, yeah, he's got a few.
I'm a millionaire. Do you have any yellow jeans? We've got one pair, sir, but
For
no.
the most expensive.
Yeah, they're
jeans.
in the back room. Could I just see your bank account first? There it is. Oh, yeah, you can afford yellow jeans, all right, sir. Come this way.
So I got talking to him, and it turns out he had a cruise ship.
Right.
Loads of money. Now, I was chatting to him for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What colour was his jacket?
Said he didn't have a jacket on, just a white shirt.
He's wearing red jeans and a white shirt.
Yeah, sort of leather slip-on shoes, what I can remember.
And how old is he?
It's hard to tell because he was well tanned.
Right.
Was he an attractive man?
He's a good-looking fella.
So he's rich. So you saw this rich, good-looking bloke with just a shirt on.
No, he had a shirt and his pink pants.
I don't
Have a
understand.
conversation with
I
him.
don't know. Why did you notice what colour the crotch area was?
What?
Why did you notice what
You were
colour
looking very much at the arse.
I can see why you could see, if you're looking at his face, you could see a white shirt, but why could you see what colour the fabric around his testicles were?
You saw a good-looking old man sat at the bar, you went out and bought him a drink. Right?
Yeah,
I was waiting for the barbecue to open.
Right, okay, and you noticed a man's... So you noticed a man's trousers.
No.
Yeah, no.
I was annoyed. I don't like late nights on holiday.
Right. Okay.
With jet lag. Suzanne said, let's go down there early tonight.
Right.
I get there, I find out the barbecue's not for another 40-odd minutes.
What time was it?
The holiday rep. Well, I don't know. It starts at 8.
You're noticing old men's genital coverings, but you don't know what fucking time it is.
Yeah, but
get your story straight.
What I'm saying to you is the reason I noticed his pants is because what he was talking about, there was no reference points. I didn't have a clue what he was going on about.
Right. What was he talking about for your eyes to wander down to his penis? Is what I'm trying to say. What made you look at his penis?
Because I got bored. I didn't know. What I'm trying to say to you is his reference points. I had no idea
what was he
going
talking
on about. He was talking about how he was in some Cuban war. He told me about how he'd met President Reagan. He told me something about how he'd cut up a cow once. There was...
Who is this bloke? I think he's a maniac who has spilled blood on his trousers whilst hacking up his dead wife. He's gone insane. He's jithering and chatting away, claiming he owns a cruise ship.
He told me he spent 36 grand on furniture. And when I sort of looked at him like... What have you been buying? And he's going, oh, well, I needed a couple of shade lounges. And it was just, there was nothing I could relate to.
Shade lounges?
There was nothing.
Wasn't she in a TV series?
I don't understand why you have no interest in either being in a Cuban war, having met Ronald Reagan.
Because
why is that not interesting? Why have you got no reference?
I don't know why the trousers were much more appealing to you. If someone was telling me,
I was in a war, I met Che Guevara, Fidel Castro,
and then why are you looking at my packet?
So that you can have a chat with a fella just like I'm talking to the geek at the bus stop. And sometimes you can't take part. What am I meant to say about him meeting Reagan? What am I meant to say about him being in the Cuban War?
But aren't you interested to ask him questions about he was in a war?
When I sort of took it back to, I wonder what meat they're doing at the barbecue, he wasn't bothered.
Yeah.
I love the fact that that's your contribution. He's talking about the missile crisis, and you're going...
He's met presidents and important people. He's experienced extraordinary things, which would be fascinating to anyone, and you're not interested. You just want to know whether the sausages...
But I mean, there it is, you see. He's come down, he's looked at you without prejudice and thought, I don't know this guy. The language barrier probably saved you, and he thought he's probably a smart guy. I'll tell him a bit about my life. Why is he looking at my fucking ass? Why is he looking at my meat and 2 veg? You know, the barbecue. You don't need the barbecue. It's a lovely little fucking sausage here.
When you're talking to a stranger, aren't you meant to keep it
above the looking at his bollocks?
Keep it
erect.
I made Carl laugh.
Well, there you have it. The in-depth study of the mother of science, the Ricky Gervais Guide to Philosophy. You can still enjoy the back catalogue of these guides, medicine, natural history, and the arts, and seasons 1 to 5 of the Ricky Gervais Show. Over the last few years, with all our explorations, our studies, what have you learnt? What's the one big thing you've learnt since we've been doing this, since you've met myself and Stephen, since we've been prodding you, since we've treated you like an ape that we want to teach to speak? What have you learnt about your world? One thing, if you had to take it with you.
I don't think I've learnt anything that substantial.
Ever?
During all this? There's not been anything groundbreaking, has there? We've chatted about midgets with no arms and legs. Gay ones. I don't know if that will ever crop up again in a chat. So even if I've learned something from it, I don't think it'll ever crop up again. So it's no use. That's what I'm saying to you about information and intelligence. It's if you can use it. There's no point having a brainy head.
This series of audiobooks at the price of £1.95 is absolutely worthless and pointless.
Yeah, I suppose it is, yeah.
Thanks. Good night.
This audio program is presented by Audible.com. Audible. Audio that speaks to you wherever you are.
Hey, today's show is brought to you by Blue Apron. Blue Apron sends you gourmet recipes and all the fresh ingredients that you need to make them right at your door. Blue Apron, it's a better way to cook. And our listeners get their first 2 meals free. Go to blueapron.com/bonkers. Start cooking incredible meals at home with Blue Apron. Blueapron.com/bonkers. That's BONKERS. Actually, I have a fat friend who started doing this, lost a ton of weight, eating super healthy. So do it up. Attention, everybody. We have a live show coming up. That's right, live in Los Angeles at Largo. Go to largo-la.com. Find out when. It's a Saturday night. It's going to be fun, and I think you're going to like it a lot. Definitely buy tickets for the 10:30 show. The 8 o'clock show is already sold out. largola.com. See us in L.A.
It's the rare case of a sequel that takes everything that you love about the first, disregards and abandons it. We saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2, Secret of the Ooze, so you know what that means.
Schwarzenegger grow a baby in his belly, rock a rhinestone vest while ripping Justin to Kelly, or maybe see a burlesque show with Nick Crow and take a boat of speed to hitting cruise control. J-Man, Big Paul in the beautiful June, gonna take you from the goob all the way to the room. Ran the games of Street Fighter, helped to blow off steam, just a sucker punch the odd life of Timothy Green. Sharknado, the birdemic, how we staying alive. They call it in the badass, and he's on the line, cranking 88 minutes cause they cool as ice, cause a bad Jim Barney looking kind of nice. Paul and June getting literal, Jason is getting laid. June is making sure all the monkey shots getting paid. They judge a bunch of movies while they're making the grade. Here's a real question for you, how did this get made?
People of Earth! And hello, people of New York City! We are so excited to be here at Irving Plaza tonight. A very important movie. Before we start the show, I have one question for you. Let me hear you say, "Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!" Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Louder! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! All right, you guys are ready? All right, we're good. We're ready. We could do it all night, as the song does it for 4 minutes. It's a really well-executed song. So many layers about ninjas and going. I would like to bring out to the stage right now one of my co-hosts. Please welcome Jason Mantzoukas! How? What's up, jerks? How's everybody doing? Good?
I hope, like I said earlier, I hope that's you guys saying Zooks and not boo. Because if it's boo, I will straight up punch you in the goddamn tits.
I would like it to be 75-25. 75 Zooks, 25 boos.
25 people who are like, not a fan.
But that keeps the good energy going.
Not a fan. I'm here for Paul and June, not the other guy. And I want him to know it, so I will boo. Oh no, some people are saying Zooks. So my boos are drowned out.
So hard. Well, let's see how they feel about my next co-host. Please welcome June Diane Raphael. June. Nice Junes in there.
I think they were Junes.
I think you should take comfort that they are probably most likely Junes. If you paid the ticket price, you're probably saying June.
Oh no, I bet a bunch of emails went around that's like, guys, we have to buy tickets to this show. We have to wait in line in the rain so we can tell them we do not care for their antics. Because these movies are great.
I've been on my treadmill. I've been so mad. I need to say it in person and be recorded.
This is an audience full of people that write second opinions.
5-star, 5-star, 5-star.
5 stars.
If you know one thing about this show, it's that we don't repeat our guests unless they are really, really good. We love our next guest. You know him from Happy Endings. You know him from The Mindy Project. Please welcome Adam Pally!
Boo! Yeah. Boo!
No.
Can't confuse that shit for a boo. That's some fucking excitement for me.
Welcome to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, this was a tough one.
I have a lot to say, but I also want to, and I don't mean to call you out on this, when I told you that we were doing this, you had an interesting response to it.
I said I know it word for word. It's my son's favorite movie.
Oh, God.
Really?
So
Yep,
sorry.
I've watched this movie about 1,000 times.
Oh, that would make me hate my child.
Oh, I do. I do.
That's like for real. That would make me be like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Your taste is already garbage.
Here's the thing I will say about this movie. I don't know the lore and the history.
Oh,
of
well,
the
you
Teenage
don't.
Mutant- But I do know this.
So you're not an
I will say this.
Well, are you an expert on turtles?
Let me say this much. I'm not an expert on them. What I know this much is true. I do not like these turtles.
Much is true. This much
Yeah.
is true.
No, this is
like them.
this is a real secret of the booze.
Wait a second. So you just do not like these turtles?
I found them charmless. I found them.
I agree.
Yeah, I will
don't
say
like them.
the one thing I want to get out of the way right at the top is anyone who's going to complain like, well, it's a kids movie. Okay, hold on. It's also the worst kids movie. It's like it's not
awful.
like it's not good. The kids shouldn't watch it.
I will say this. You are a bad parent for letting your son watch this.
Fair enough.
Only negative life lessons can be learned from this movie.
Totally, but you know what? For those 2 hours that he's watching this, he's not bothering me.
It's a movie that doesn't even respect itself because it's an hour and like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It couldn't even creep out the extra 5.
It's also, I watched this on the plane. I watched both of these movies, Hercules in New York and this movie on the plane yesterday from LA, and legitimately hoped the plane would crash. I was praying for a 9/11 scenario. Hang on, New York. Hang on, New York. Stay with me. Stay with me. United 93.
You know,
It was an inside job, guys.
Watch the documentaries on YouTube.
Loose change, guys. Loose change.
let's roll.
Ooh, we're coming out hot. Straight out of the
coming out
gate.
hot.
9/11.
There is, well, you know what? Turtles comes out hot because the first shot of Turtles, besides the opening montage of ridiculously cheesy pizza, so cheesy
that pizza
is a glory shot of the Twin Towers.
Yep.
Just staring at you, begging to be taken down by a plane.
It is widely known that the reason Al Qaeda planned the attack on the towers was because of this movie.
They were like,
they thought we were fetishizing those towers too much.
Yeah.
Hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
they're mad at that Bebop and Rocksteady weren't in it. Okay, so talking about that opening, I've never been more grossed out by pizza.
Yeah.
Like I started and going, ooh, I would like a slice of pizza, and then I was like, ugh, I never want to eat pizza again. It's disgusting to watch people.
And I don't know if you remember, just before this show, I was eating pizza. And we were all upstairs. No big deal.
We get it.
It's
You
not
eat
a
pizza.
Big deal.
Oh, we get it. You
Not a
can
big
handle
deal.
lactose.
But I was uncomfortable being with a group of my peers eating pizza because I felt like this is a disgusting act.
Yeah.
There's no graceful way to do this. I'm gonna find a private spot and eat 3 slices.
And shame eat it.
And now I'm sitting here digesting it.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened.
I saw that private spot of yours. It was just the corner.
June,
facing the wall.
very much like the Blair Witch Project. June faces into a corner and eats her pizza.
The one how we all jerk off, right? In a shame corner.
The one that particularly grossed me out was the one where the couple is kissing romantically.
Yep.
And then they eat the pizza.
But there were so many that grossed me out because like the actors doing it, they were really running out of variations on how to eat pizza. Like a couple of them were like shaking the slice, like, oh, I can't fit it. You know, that'll be my pizza guy. I'll be the guy that can't fit it. I can't like, oh, I'm gonna be real cheesy guy. I'm gonna be the guy that like takes a bite and really draws it out.
By the way, it appears to me that opening montage of people eating pizza was the only 2 hours that they shot in actually New York City.
Yes.
That was about
100%.
This movie is so on like a scrim that New York City, I feel like, is blowing back and forth because it's sort of like just like a big matte painting in the background. And we're introduced right away to the biggest asshole, this kid, Kino, who I guess you're supposed to like. You're supposed to like him. And the first thing is like, these girls, like he's like, hey ladies, you want to go on a date or whatever?
Oh yeah.
And
he's a real creep.
Yeah, right off the bat.
And then the girls are like, not with you, nerd. All right, that's endearing. Oh, he's picked on, whatever. But he goes, well, I have a dream of, she was like, in your dreams. He goes, yeah, in my dreams, you'll.
And by the way, she was not overweight.
No.
Also, what a weird, trippy dream. Can you imagine, like, explaining that to your friend and be like, dude, I had the weirdest dream. Do you remember, I don't know if you remember this, there was that woman, that woman that I talked to and she was like, in your dreams, do you remember that? Well, it was like her face on a thinner body. It was like, so weird.
Like, she looked good. I need to find her and tell her to start doing some cardio.
Well, he also was super creepy when he showed up to April O'Neil's apartment.
Yeah.
Way weird.
He was like, I was supposed to deliver some pizza to the guy across the hall, but he's not there, and just walks into her apartment like, so I'm gonna walk in here. I figured you'd want this pizza and maybe like my action, right?
I mean, I want to get into it about April.
Super rapey.
Yeah.
I want to talk about April O'Neil eventually too, because I think that she has boundary issues.
Oh, for sure.
Clearly, yeah.
Yes. Front.
Well, also, what was the voice that Kino had on? Like, was the director telling him like more wheezing, more like inquisitive wheezing? You know what I mean? Like,
why can't I do it?
Everything. Yeah. Well, no one was there. So I came here.
It's like you're squeezing a dog toy, but only can speak at the very last point of breath. Like
guys, he has very severe asthma. That's the best he could do.
Kino, when they found out, the director was like, you can't say more than 3 words without wheezing? God fucking damn it. All right.
By the way, Kino was a stunt double in the first movie.
Really?
And he was brought in as a turtle. And then they took him out of the shell. Not unlike the live musical stage show, which we'll talk about, Turtles Out of Our Shell. But just to give a little bit of background for those of you who don't know, the first Turtles movie is darker.
Yup. Fuck yeah.
I would say
I love the guys that are like, yup. The guys that are like, I will defend that movie. I am a grown man, and I will tell you what's what. That guy gets it. The girl next to him is like, I live in shame.
Yeah.
The girl next to him is
makes me watch the Turtles.
Welcome to my hellscape.
Yeah.
And the whole reason with Michael Bay doesn't get it. The original one, they got it.
You don't understand. You have to go back to the comics to really understand what this is about.
A dark, fucked up world.
Yeah, Michelangelo is not a joke, man. Please meet my lovely girlfriend.
And just to put it in some context, I think, June, you probably would want to know this as well, is the filmmakers were under a tremendous amount of pressure to take out any violence or bad characteristics of the characters. So they basically the movie was enormous. Defense counsel was like, it's too violent. They shouldn't use their weapons. They're ninjas.
The first one. Yeah.
So that's why in this movie, they don't use their swords.
Ever.
They're wearing them. they never use them.
Yep.
They use
They also rarely use their own shells.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Except to dance.
Yeah.
Wait, so
that's really what a turtle shell is for.
So you're saying that the shell should have been used more as a shield?
Yeah, or if you want to hide, just curl
Oh.
up in the shell.
Yeah, they never pop into their shell.
It's not a great hiding spot because you're still left with this giant shell in the middle of the room.
They kept on saying they were looking for a new home. I was like, you guys, you
are home.
You're there. You've arrived.
Guys, if you lived here, you'd be home. Thankfully, for them, they were constantly up against an army of other ninjas who also didn't have weapons. Thank God.
And I couldn't figure out the best word for it, but it's, I guess, flinch fighting, because everyone's like jittering, like, hey, we're gonna maybe throw a punch, but not yet. There's a lot of dancing around, like not even like
There's
Muhammad
just a lot
Ali
of dancing. Period.
There is a lot of dancing.
Everything is dancing. Yeah. Everything is like some choreographed movement that is not quite fighting, is more dancing than fighting. It's very bizarre.
This movie also was a pioneer of sorts to something.
It was not.
It was.
Respectfully disagree.
It was a pioneer in this type of kids show that is now really prevalent, which is like groaning fight shows, like where there's just like a lot of like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or something. There's not a lot of stuff going on, but there's a bunch. And like if you listen to this, the whole movie is just like the turtles being like ha ha ee ha ha ooh ha, and then like there's the bad guys like
This sounds like porn.
I mean that's what it is. But now all these like kids shows that don't do violence, they're just these like grunt fighting shows. Where like people are like, oh, here comes a kick. Oh, I've been kicked. You know?
And they always seem to be they're outnumbered in the beginning, and it's not a problem. Then the same amount of people seem to show up later in the movie, and it's a gigantic problem.
Yeah.
It's insurmountable.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know anything about these
Sure.
guys.
Well, you're not an expert.
Don't know anything.
Not an expert.
But
You
what
want us to go through
them-
the specific personalities?
No, that's fine. But I want to know.
Could you break down what their personalities are?
By the way, I have a very fraught relationship with the turtles because.
Fraud.
Yes, because. No, I'm not kidding you. I was made fun of. My sisters were made fun of because we were coming of age while.
Really?
Yeah.
I get
swear
that.
to God.
I get it.
Tough.
So I've always had a bit of a.
Hey, Raphael, what are you, one of the Ninja Turtles?
That's it.
It must have
Hey,
been.
Raphael, let us watch you eat pizza.
Yeah.
Hey,
What are you gonna
Raphael.
do? Save us?
It just felt terrible to be a girl.
Where's
to be a tall
Donatello?
girl. This felt horrible.
Where's Donatello?
It still feels
Say
horrible.
hi to Michelangelo.
It's feeling worse and worse.
Hey, where's Donatello? But seriously, will you go to the spring dance with me?
By the way, I do. This is a question I want
to. My question though is that I was saying I really did sort of disconnect from the turtles. I was just like, I hate these fucking turtles. Like I hate them. And I knew that they were like a boy thing, and I felt like they weren't for me. And
What about
I was
April
just
O'Neil?
I didn't know.
I'm kidding.
I did not know anything about them. What makes them mutant?
The ooze.
Oh.
No, I know the ooze does, but what about them is mutant?
Well, okay.
They're.
What do you... Let me ask. Hang on. What do you think?
It's the fact that they speak.
What do you think makes them mutant?
What about them is different than a regular turtle?
Let's dig into
I
this.
asked you the same question.
Let's dig in. Let's unpack it.
Same question.
Let's unpack it. What do you think about the ooze makes them mutant?
Look, here's where I had an issue. When I see those creatures, I don't. To me, it looks like there's a bunch of grown men wearing Halloween costumes of turtles. Like I didn't.
Well, what about Splinter?
Well, I don't
The
even
rat.
know what Splinter is.
Splinter is a rat Now, do you think that Splinter the rat is like the turtles?
The same ooze. I know.
Yeah, okay.
Except
I know that.
Splinter's ooze made him speak in a stereotypically racist Asian accent.
Well, is that part of his mutation?
Yeah.
That he also became stereotypically Asian?
Yeah.
No, but
His mutation is he became Mike Myers playing
guys.
Judge Ito.
Splinter, you guys are being a little racist because Splinter is obviously an Asian rat.
Yeah, he is an Asian rat. He's a Shar-Pei rat.
I guess what I'm saying, though, is Splinter is just a rat.
Yes.
Correct.
No.
He is a mutant rat.
He's a mutant rat.
No, he was in the ooze,
But he's mostly rat. You look at him and you just see a rat.
Wait, what do you think the turtles are?
June.
Your distinction.
He's this tall. He's this tall. He walks, he talks, and he fights. He shoots a bow and arrow.
He looks like a rat.
And he makes funnies.
By the way, I want to talk about this funnies, but go ahead.
To me, he looks like a rat. If I see him, I think, I don't know what to think. I'm looking at them and I'm like, what are they? I really don't, I don't see turtle, I don't see person, I don't, that's why I'm asking about the mutation. Like, I don't know what they are.
Let's figure it out.
Well, we
know they got infected by the ooze.
How about this? You saw the dog.
Can I say this much?
Okay.
I get that they're teenagers. Like, they're
Yeah,
teenage.
Yeah.
What gave that away?
That energy is very apparent in this movie, especially. Yeah.
So annoying.
They're bouncing off the walls.
It's not featured in the movie, but in the comic books, a lot of it deals with their pubes coming in.
Oh, disgusting.
Which are hidden behind their turtle shell.
Yeah.
They can't get in there because the pubes are so overgrown.
Because this is what I'm trying to say.
Because they're teenagers.
I really do want to articulate this. I feel like there's nothing turtle-like about them.
So besides their every physical attribute.
Looking exactly
they don't
like
behave
turtles.
at all like turtles.
You're saying there's nothing
They
don't look like turtles.
No, I don't. I agree with you, and I think Raphael doesn't sound like a turtle either. He sounds like an animated germ.
Well, let's as we are talking about.
He's like, oh, the pizza. Oh.
The character distinctions of this
Dice?
movie are
Dice
Raphael Dice Clay.
Oh, I wish one of the turtles had Dice's voice.
Oh my God.
And it
Hickory Dickory Shell. I
was banging this rabbit called Michelle. 2 shells. It's not a strong rhyme.
Before we get into the personalities of the turtles, let's just get into the people behind the turtles as 60 Minutes explores the actors in the turtle suit.
Soaking wet.
It was my Down syndrome son.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
So we've still got monkey news coming up.
You're an idiot! You know what I mean?
That's, to me, quality broadcasting.
I don't know how they can say that isn't worthy.
That's what we sent in to the Sony people. They listened to that. How they didn't think that was dynamite stuff. It doesn't make sense. You know, I've been thinking about this since Thursday because I've been a little bit down in the dumps.
Yeah.
What I think it is that with the TV show, the TV stuff we've done, Rick, we put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
We get the script, we got the script, we spend a lot of time on it. What this show is about, it's very much about spontaneity, it's about our personalities, and I don't think we're ever going to win an award for our personalities. I think that's where we're going.
Do you know what I think? I think that when we're together, we're the auteurs of The Office, and you know. And we're strong on it, and we're just two. We write it, we direct it, you know, we cast it. We even worry about the font and stuff on the, you know, we do everything. There's a weak link in our midst, I think.
On the radio show. I think what the common factor is, because on the award-winning TV show, it splits you and I.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, can we play a record and let me think about this, because there must be something.
There's got to be a factor.
That isn't in The Office that's in this, that means that The Office is award-winning, and this is a pile of shite. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with Steve Merchant, and with us, Carl Pilkington, the third member of this team. Me and you do The Office,
award-winning.
Yeah, and us three do this do this show?
No awards. Nothing.
Carl, what are your thoughts? What do you think's wrong with the show? Why do you think the panel listened to our show and said that is awful, it's not actually a radio show?
Well, can I just point out, so many people may not realise that last year we won a bronze, so we've actually gone down. We've actually slid off the list.
Yeah, but Carl wasn't really as involved last year.
Well, I remember last year it was very much you and I was doing it.
I mean, we just started out on it. Yeah, so I mean, so you can't really compare. Hold on, though.
Well, interesting.
What do you think, Carl? What do you think the reason
is?
Thoughts, Carl? Any thoughts?
I see what you're getting at, right? But
you're not stupid.
But when I put the compilation together, I made sure that it was mainly you two. So don't be doing that. Don't be playing that game.
So you put the compilation together?
Yeah.
Right, again.
Ah, right, interesting, because
we weren't involved with
we
that.
usually do The Office, edit The Office and everything. We have the final cut on The Office. So you... Oh, I see, so you... Oh, right, no, so you're the producer.
You had your fingers all over it, interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. So, well...
so the tape was the smoking gun, and whose fingerprints were on it? Carl Pilkington's, interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, we didn't get a sausage. But, do you know what, seriously though,
Well, I don't mean seriously, it is his fault.
I know, but I mean, it's our fault as well, because we should have known better, right? But...